Well, welcome everybody to the Parental Alienation Awareness Day conference brought to you by Parents Beyond Breakup. We've been running since Father's Day 1999, keeping mums and dads alive and in their kids' lives. Parental alienation can be an emotive topic, and you may hear differing views or experiences today. If you have any strong emotions coming up or want any further one-on-one support, please call us on our helpline. It's open 7 days a week. If you're within Australia, the number is 1300 853 437. Alyse, I'd like to welcome you into the discussion. Do you mind sharing with us your personal experience around surviving parental alienation, and what did you notice amongst the behaviours in your parents? What was the impact on you as a child?
But this is very important to me because I'm an adult child of severe level parental alienation and abduction. And my father, who's on the book covers here, the little top picture is me with my two siblings and my dad and my uncle on the last contact visit that I had with them. And then the second book below it is actually my dad and I. Mm. After we reunited after 23 years apart. And abduction in the middle of that, taken to, a different state under different names. Nobody ever noticed. We went to a lot of schools, 50 schools, and, had a lot of trouble. Nobody ever noticed what was going on. No one ever even questioned it. So, so we talked a lot about this at the conference. We've had 16 hours of conversations about this. The adult children are definitely banding together and standing up and talking about this because we're over it, basically. And what a lot of alienating parents don't think about is we actually grow up. And, that's the one thing they have forgotten about. They can argue and fight over and weaponize us as children and stop us from seeing our targeted parents, but we watch everything, we hear everything, and some of us, depending on which category, mild, moderate, or severe level, and severe level with abduction, it's a different world. So it's all I've ever known. I've never, ever had a life without PA. Apart from being an adult child of it, my mother actually repeated the pattern and turned my son against me and tried to use my son to regulate her. So my son didn't talk to me for probably 5 years, and I had to work very hard to get him back. And, the reason why I got him back was because he ended up another girl came in, got pregnant to him. She went over to New Zealand with, the baby. He followed her. He then got accused of the 2 silver bullets himself. So then my son was in the family court system, and that's when I found out about it and I stepped in with him. Ever since then, we talk to each other every single day. I was lucky enough to get him back, after what my mum was doing. But it's a very hard space to live in. For me, it's pretty normal, but it's not just family members who are alienators. I've also my father, who was a dad's distress guy, because when I reunited with him, he told me, he's like, Elise, do you know about DIDS? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I've called DIDS so many times. I've just felt so suicidal over what happened with you. And I'm like, "Oh my god, you called Dids? Okay, cool." And then when I spoke to Dids, I was like, "Yeah, I've gotta help. I gotta help out here." It's